EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada, where the torch, in honor of the legendary owner Al Davis, has just been lit, as is tradition before kickoff at Allegiant Stadium, just off the Strip in Las Vegas. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Las Vegas Raiders. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you were with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. And off we go from the desert. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. Lawrence now on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And they bring him down, but not until he gets to the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Jaguars.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action for Lawrence. Open right side. That strains the tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll go with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Eric Stokes, the corner, there on the stop.
28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Man in motion here is Washington. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's swung out to ETN. And now where will they mark him? It looks like he's a little bit short, just by about the length of the football. So decision time coming up. It's fourth down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Lawrence throwing on fourth down. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
So the Raiders come out, and, Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
On second down, Smith. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That is Josh Hines-Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. From the gun, it's Geno. He's going to air this one out. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's third and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on fourth down. So I don't love third and short bomb punt. I do love third and short, okay, you fail, I'm going to go for it on fourth down.
The Jaguars offense ready to get going with their second possession. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Forced out wide. He's going to run it. And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we're back in Vegas after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. As we are ready to get back underway. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Devin White, that time on the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. The carry here for Etienne. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
A gain of 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On first down, Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard. Brown comes to get the jet sweep. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
Gain of a yard.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
And in motion is Brown. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Get this to the tight end, Johnny Munt. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, this is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the first down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. Shows up with a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. He will have the Jaguars first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
First down. A pickup of 2 yards.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's taken in by Brown. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. To throw is Lawrence. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Johnny Munt. Touchdown, Jaguars.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Raiders offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. Working out of the gun, Smith will try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Lawrence now to throw on first down. That's complete to ETN.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Jaguars 1st down.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Allen. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
So first off, nice job picking up enough for the 1st down. But I got to be honest, Mike, when he caught it, I thought he was going to put his foot in the ground and get physical and run through contact and try to score. I'm not so sure why he just so quickly ran out of bounds, even though he was able to pick up the 1st.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in the 1st half, a timeout is called. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This about as short as you can get. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't know if there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. Smith now to throw on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the 1st half. What will happen in the 2nd half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return is Dylan Lowby. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's brought in by Myers. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
3rd and 6. Gino to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Jags offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Gino. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. The former first overall pick in 2022, Trayvon Walker, in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, Smith. He's got a man. That's Myers. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
2nd and 10. In motion is Myers. A 2nd down throw for Smith. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd, they need 8. From the gun, it's Gino. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The Raiders have their punt team out there. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Travel start on the ground, and good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Automatic 1st down.
Man in motion is Brown. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
He's got a man. That's Travis Hunter. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4. but usually that's a holding penalty. That's on Walker Little, the tackle. Here's a designed run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Not fun here. 3rd and a lot. Lawrence now. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play for Jacksonville. An even 40 yards.
Gain of 40 yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Well, we see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Whoa! And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. 1st down, Jacksonville.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
With the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So, instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. In motion comes Thomas. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
A 31-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good.
Makes the score
And the Jaguars
13.
will open up a
Raiders
13-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to take over once more. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now, Gino. Catchman, right side by Thomas. They'll get him up 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Smith. Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And one of the Raiders able to get back in there and secure possession so they keep the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. That one broken up and is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
I think this drive, and particularly that last 3rd down incompletion, Mike, has really summed up the story of this game offensively. No matter how many times they try to generate some plays through the air, there's just nowhere to go with the ball. In this case, the coverage is tight. They go 3 and out again. They've got to have earlier success and not just wait for 3rd down to bail themselves out.
Intended for Dante Thornton. Incomplete. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. Give up the middle, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
19-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To the ground, he'll get it again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
3rd down.
The bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Got his man, it's complete to Thomas. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On 3rd and goal, they'll run for it. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Facial Tootin. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2.
The Jaguars will line up.
They're going to try to run it in. A dive, and he's in. The 2-point conversion is successful.
21. Raiders nothing.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 20.
The Raiders offense getting set to get back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over, barring something unforeseen. You got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And another first down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw is Smith. That's going to be intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And the Jaguars are going to take over just shy of midfield.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, they cannot stop the clock. Just a couple of kneel downs should do it. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They put together a complete football game as they finish this one in shutout fashion. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.